If I've heard it once, I've heard it 1,000 times. Size matters.
Oh, really? Does it? I don't think it's the size. I think it's about what you do with it.
I've heard that too. When we talk about the size of the vehicle, we're looking at vehicles that are going to be able to move people.
Right, and not minivans either.
Yeah, and you want to be able to do it with some style, with some panache, with
utility,
towing capability, all of the different things that come into it. And that brings us to the new Ford Expedition.
Right, and I have to say, this is all new, and this is up for North American Truck of the Year, as well as its sister, or bigger sister, the Lincoln Navigator. But I think they did a nice job, because first thing I said was, wait a minute, you have a long wheelbase version too? That sounds like an excursion, which they were forced by public, I don't know.
They were shamed.
They were shamed into getting
it was
rid
like
of
car shaming.
the excursion. And it wasn't that it didn't sell, because it's actually really popular. If you run around DC, that's all you see is black excursions, and they're all old. But now they've got a long wheelbase Expedition. And I said, is this an F-150 underneath? And he said, kind of.
Well, kind of.
But it's aluminum underneath, which means it's lighter, so it gets better fuel economy. It's got a big engine, but not worse fuel economy.
But anyway, this is what Ford has come back with.
I think they did a nice job. Styling, design, the whole thing looks great, and I'm looking forward to spending the day and driving this thing.
Yeah, and in addition to the styling and design, efficiency. It's really important, because just because it is in every aspect of it.
Right.
And also convenience. We're going to be talking about that. Right. Some of the differences that they put in. Connectivity, seating comfort.
So important. Wireless connectivity, lots
Sure.
of places to plug in, tons of storage. Because when you're hauling people, whether they be little people or adults, you know, you've got gear that usually goes with it, especially if you got like hockey, kids in hockey, or soccer, or you're a coach, you're hauling a ton of stuff, and this is the kind of vehicle that they're selling to, because minivans just don't have that utility or capability.
And when you take the family trip these days, you have to have the connectivity, because playing Slug-a-Bug just doesn't work anymore. They want Slug-a-Bug version 3.2. So anyway, let's go ahead and drive it. We'll get out and get some wheel time in it, and get back and tell you more about the new Ford Excursion.
Let you know what we think.
This is like the antithesis of what we were driving out here in California when we were driving the Mustang. The Mustang, taut, nimble, agile, powerful. It belongs on the U.S. gymnastics team. This is kind of like Bella Caroli on the sidelines. You can do it. You know, it just kind of goes around. I mean, this is a people hauler, folks. I mean, you got your what do you got? 7, 8 rows back then?
It's not a school bus.
Nevertheless, it's doing what it's supposed to do. It does it. I mean, you know, everything is here. It's got all of the safety systems that you would expect for it to have. It has a wonderful nav system. Lauren's going to get out an EPA number.
You know what? There is no EPA number.
Oh, okay. So
it's not available and not to be offered for sale. See that?
Oh, okay.
So we've got a pre-production car.
Well, it's pre-production.
Doesn't even have a price, because if you have to ask, you can't afford it.
So,
no, actually, the prices will be down below.
Get them now because they're free. It's doing everything right. Good connectivity. You know, what do you say bad about it? Nothing. What do you say about the rest of it? I don't know. We'll figure that out.
It's time for another episode of What the Heck is Paul Eating?
Well, we're in Agoura Hills, California.
What are we doing here?
Tony, suburban Los Angeles, kind of up the street from LA.
We're driving the Ford Expedition.
We're driving the Ford Expedition.
Look how beautiful that car is. Up for the Truck of the Year.
And Lauren and I have for a long time been chasing food, and we do that. But whenever we're in California, no matter what's going on, we always make sure that we make a stop for
what did you get?
An In-N-Out burger. I mean, this is the highly vaunted In-N-Out burger, and Lauren got the
protein burger.
Burger.
No cheese.
And me, I'm trying to gain weight.
Look at that. Look at that double burger. Oh my God, with fries.
Okay.
So yummy. All right, Paul.
I'm going in.
He waits for this. He's got to gain weight. I want that problem.
I'm trying to gain like 15 pounds. If you guys want to help me on this, send your recipes to his turn, her turn.
Okay, here we go. You got the onions and everything. Cooked and raw, baby. right. Is that worth it? Was that worth coming out to California? A 6-hour flight?
No. But it's darn good. That's worth a 6-hour flight.
Ah, the Ford Expedition. Very nice. And we're driving the 2018 Mustang. Make sure to check out our reviews and see what else Paul is eating.
The Mustang is worth it. The Expedition's worth it. The burger, it's good.
It's good.
Oh, highly overrated.
So as far as safety features, it's going to have all the safety features, vector control, and blind spot detection, backup camera, round view camera. It's got everything you would possibly want. And the reason for this is because when you're buying a vehicle like this, it means you're hauling people, typically kids. So yes, you can put 3 kids in each row, and I think this is great if you've got a lot of kids. And you may go, who's got a lot of kids? Believe it or not, Mr. Brian, I have 2 girlfriends that both have 6 kids.
Oh my God.
Well,
happy husbands.
Seating comfort, excellent. There is a lumbar, 4-way lumbar, so it gets the double thumbs up. Time of day may not be good for the lighting, but we wanted to at least give you a feel for this vehicle because it's a very popular vehicle for Ford. It is not on an F-150 chassis. I asked, it's sort of the same underpinning, so it is all aluminum, so it makes it lighter, which gives it better fuel economy. And when we get that information on fuel economy and pricing, we always put that down below. Anytime new information comes out, like crash test ratings, I'm sure will be top IAHS, top safety pick plus, and 5-star, because this thing probably is like a tank. As far as brakes, it's great on the brakes, big brakes. Nice handling. Actually, it's pretty tight handling. It's not like you have a choice of sport or not sport. There's plenty of storage in this vehicle. When you open up the center console, there's a gargantuan hole for a purse, a laptop. I mean, it's huge. I love the wireless charging. I have the new iPhone 10. I put it on there. It charges up right away. And it actually sits at an angle so you can use it if you want to catch a call, but that's why they have Sync 3 in this car, and that allows you to read a text to you, and of course you can respond, take phone calls, all through the wireless connections that are here. This vehicle is very, very capable. As far as direct competitors, the only real true direct competitor would be the Suburban. I really don't think there's much else, and so Ford wants to capture a piece of that. And for those people that may have F-150s and they have crew cabs and they really it's kind of hassle for to get their kids in there, this is another option to consider. A lot of these end up being work trucks too, where people that have to go to supervising sites and check on things, and they have gear and equipment with them and they want to keep it dry. This is one of the vehicles that they would use. They did a great job, and this is all new, and it's up for a North American Truck of the Year, as well as the Lincoln Navigator. So if you're looking for the super luxury version, check out the Lincoln Navigator. It is very cool. It's just a step up in luxury and design and styling, but overall it's the same exact vehicle, so that's something to consider. So one of the things I always complain about is lumbar.
You?
But, and you complain about black wheels as well.
I do.
But I'm a big fan of this wheel, the polished wheel or the grayed out wheel, sort of that in-between hybrid wheel.
It's a smoke color.
Yeah, I have to say, overall looks, this truck looks better, and it needed a facelift. Let's just be honest with ourselves. It needed everything.
We all do.
And it has, but it has all the niceties as well. Not just heated seats, which you'd expect, and cooling seats you'd expect, heated steering wheel. It has massaging seats, both sides, an unbelievable amount of storage and connectivity. So whether you've got USBs, you've got a regular connection if you want a lighter outlet, like for a radar detector or a navigation system, but the nav on this Sync 3 system is fabulous. In addition, open up that glove box. It's huge. You can put a full laptop
I found Jimmy Hoffa in there the first one.
And if you don't know who Jimmy Hoffa is, check that out on
Judge Crater, Amelia Earhart. Just go ahead and investigate history. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, they don't teach it in school anymore, so you might as well learn it here on his turn, her turn. I mean, I'm just impressed with the fact that they've upgraded everything, even the seating surfaces. So, I mean, to find something wrong with it, sure, it's big. I don't know. We were saying, what?
It's supposed to be big.
But right. But so, what could you find wrong with this car? Nothing.
So, going back to where we started, size matters, but
what you do with it makes much more importance.
It makes sense.
This makes sense, yeah.
All right, we need your comments, your questions, everything else.
Answer your questions about the wheels, are seats important, we get a lot of comments. It's great.
Yeah, we do.
I'm getting like hundreds a day. So thank you so much for your comments, your likes, your shares. If you own an old Expedition or an Excursion, would you buy this? Did you take it for a spin, or you're looking at the competition? Why did you buy what you bought?
Well, it could be because this had not been refreshed for a long time, and now that you've got a second player in that field, they're going to be getting a lot more activity, and I'm sure the marketing people were feeling that way.
And we'll find out in January if it wins Truck of the Year.
We will.
That should be very interesting. There's 3 competitors in that category, and we thank you so much for your subscriptions, your likes, your shares, and of course your comments. And where can we find you, Paul?
Find me on His Turn, Her Turn, you know, where you got us right
and
here.
Show what you've been eating.
I tweet, I tweet at the Paul Bryan. Please follow us, follow me there, follow you at Lauren Fix.
Right, at Lauren Fix.
Do that and
sign up for that free newsletter at laurenfix.com.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much for watching. We appreciate your subscriptions. Please share this with your friends, especially if they're considering buying a full-size SUV.
Yeah, if they want to buy a small sports car, don't buy this.
No, but we did review small sports cars too. All right, thanks so much for watching. We will see you next time.
Adios.
Adios.